Hey group, just wanted to talk a little bit about rest pausing and myosets. And because of, Dr. Jake was bringing that to light, thought I'd share what I got because I got, years of experience doing that. The little bit difference between the myosets and the rest pausing. Now, rest pausing, there was a style of training, goes back 30 years now, I believe. DC training, also known as dog crap training. I worked directly with Dante Trudell, who was had come up with that. It's almost been 20 years now since I did that. Um, but his training methods were based on rest pausing, static holds, and uh, man, my words are messed up. The hyperplasia stretching. And everybody got good gains. I think the stretching was one of the things that he did above all other coaches that was really needed, where people don't stretch enough as it is. And the aggressive stretching, the stretching needs to be a lot more aggressive in a very fixed position for a couple of minutes. And I've included it. I've done some videos on that. If anybody needs some videos, I have some for like chest. If you're one of the guys like myself, you bring the X3 to the gym. You can use like some dumbbells for some stretching if needed. If you do it at home, you got maybe you buy a cheap dip station, or you can even do like a dip in the corner of your countertop. You can do that for like chest stretching, or a couple of chairs. You can get into like a planked position with a couple of chairs and sink down and stretch your chest, something like that. And I only say that to people that are in good shape. If you're people that are needing, just picking up the X3, for example, for your first time, you don't have a ton of experience working out, you should just do your workouts and do some basic stretching for like the chest and the doorway. Stretching your lats by stretching your arm over your head and pulling on your elbow and things like that. Just regular stretching. This is for people that are in good shape and are taking things to another level. I have been coming up with some ways to do this, and then it kind of sparked something in my mind. So my training, what I'm going to start doing is a little more volume with the X3 first, but then my final set, I'm going to do a rest pause or a myo set. And I think that's a great idea. I'm glad John actually brought that up to like hit me in the head. And I'll still do the hyperplasia stretching, hanging. Uh, you know, there's different ones where like you grab a bar behind your back and stretch your delts, or grab the bar behind your back in a certain way, stretch your biceps or your quads or your hamstrings, things like that. But the the rest pausing, you go to complete failure each time, but you take a larger amount of rest. Like you take 15, 20 deep breaths. You take the load off the muscle, take 15, 20 deep breaths, and then do it till failure again and repeat. Pretty soon you'll only get like 2 or 3 reps, and then you call that good. Where the myosets, you go to about failure. The myoset, I would do myosets with smaller muscle groups, calves, biceps, things like that. With the myo sets, we wouldn't go to absolute failure in the first run at it. Let's say we're doing biceps. With the X3, for example, I would hit that point where you would start doing partials, and then I would let off. And you only take like 5 deep breaths, and then you hit another set of, like, let's say you have 5 or 6 reps, and you continue doing that. You know, do your 5 or 6 reps, let off, take 5 deep breaths, 5 or 6 sets. The pump with myo sets, it gets incredible. Now, myo sets, I think a lot of that is, it has to do with, they call with the fatigue, and even the pump has been shown in studies to lower myostatin. We get an incredible pump doing this. And then the last time, when you finally, let's say you're doing 5 more reps each time, then the last time you can only get 3, then I would do as many partials as I possibly could and then call that good. So that's the difference between the myo sets and the rest pausing. You know, the rest pausing would be a big compound movement like the chest press or the row or something like that. And you go to total failure and then let off and take 15 to 20 deep breaths, and then do as many as you possibly can again with some partials. One more time, let off, take 15 to 20 deep breaths, and then do it again. Now, this causes really drastic fatigue. After that, static holds. You grab a load that you could do just a few reps with, rest a couple minutes, then grab a load where, for myself, something I could do a triple with and just hold it. Like you would press it out but not lock it, or pull it towards you but not completely lock it out. Well, I would lock it out on the pull, but like the chest press, for example, I would stop an inch or two shy of lockout, and you just hold it and concentrate on keeping your form and keeping the tension in the pec, and the load will slowly start coming back, and you hold it till it comes all the way back and let off. You don't do that till you're done with your rest pausing. And then from there, take a couple minutes, let the blood go into the muscle, and then we do some drastic stretching. I have a couple clients that I'm designing some programs like this for now, but I'm going to start doing this and then filming some of my stuff because, it'll be fun and it'll help some people understand some things. But because I want some more muscular hypertrophy, the rest pausing, all the bodybuilders I knew that did it, there's only like one pro bodybuilder, Dusty Hanshaw, that's stuck with Dante with the DC training. Every other bodybuilder I knew that did DC training, they didn't get the hypertrophy that they got out of the higher volume training. Everybody got bigger and they got stronger, a lot stronger, but they just didn't, get the hypertrophy. But Justin Harris is a coach / pro bodybuilder that used to work directly with Dante. Dante would do the training, Justin would do the diets, blah, blah, blah. And I worked with them both. And what Justin and I would do, Justin had taught me, I said, man, I just, that one set, I'm just not seeing the results. But what we do is some volume. We do like warm-up sets. So you would do sets with, lighter loads, and then build up to the load you're going to use for the rest pause set, and we would get more volume out of it that way. And if I was going to do that, I would just go to positive failure and then rest no more than 2 minutes. Add a little bit of tension. For newer people, even just sticking with the same tension and then going up a little bit for that final rest pause set's fine. You know, you're just trying to build up the volume. But we would do a lot of warm up sets and get a really good pump and have a decent workout already. Then we would do the rest pause set with the static hold and the stretching. And with that addition, it worked really well for transitioning over to like more of a bodybuilder's type workout. With that said, that's all I got to say here, and I'll be just doing some videos, and like I said, if anybody needs me for consulting, you know, hit me up. I'm available to hire for consulting and even coaching if you need. So have a good night, man. Bye.